Thanks, tablet, for being real late to the party there. I've already got my dashboard loaded up on the tablet. It took forever to decide that I had actually started streaming. Oh man, all my devices are being slow. So long as the stream's not slow. Good evening. I hope you are well. I'm going to be playing some KOTOR tonight. And I'm late because I'm really clever. And I forgot that if my dishwasher's running, you can hear it in the background of the audio because it's right behind where I sit when I'm streaming. So that's why we're half an hour later than usual. But that's okay. To be honest, I needed a little extra time because I have an inspection tomorrow. Just a rental inspection. I have a friend who likes to join for these KOTOR streams. So if that friend is not the one viewer that Twitch is telling me I have right now, I'm just going to send him a message. And if he is that one viewer I have right now, it'd be cool if he could say something in the chat. Alright, cool. Well, I'm going to make a start. It's more interesting for everyone if I get started. So, let's see. The first stuff that I have to do today is literally just much exposition from Kreia. So, the sooner I get that out of the way, the better. Cool, so last time we escaped Paragus, we're on the Ebon Hawk, and we're in hyperspace. I'm not sure if this exact representation of hyperspace is what was used in Star Wars movies. It's been a very long time since I've seen one, actually. But nevertheless, it's what we get here in Knights of the Old Republic. Here's my friend T3M4, best droid boy. I'll talk to you later, little guy. First, I want to talk to Kreia and get all of that out of the way. Now, just checking. Galactic History is the one that we actually have a mission for, and that's the one that will give us experience. How is my experience looking? Oh man, I'm already a goody two-shoes. I need about 3,500 to the next level. Well, we're not going to get that from any plot, but could get 1,000. Level up pretty quick on Telos.
Have you come for more answers? There is little more left to give.
When you lost your hand, I felt it too.
That does not surprise me, any more than you hearing my thoughts when we were apart. The pain, however, was unexpected. If I could, I would have shielded you from it.
I'm sorry for your loss. No. Would I have said that? No. My character definitely has a strong protective motivation, so we'll say this one. If I could, I would have protected you.
Save your pity. I am here to save you, not the other way around.
If we travel together, then we need to work together.
I do not need your condescension nor your lectures. If anyone needs training and guidance, it is you.
Sure, Kreia. The pain I felt when you lost your hand, what if it had been more intense?
I do not know. I fear that the consequences would have been more extreme.
Like, what consequences? Death?
Possibly, yes, and I fear it works both ways. I would not wish to test it, nor should you.
Alright. Some of these choices, my god. I will not allow my life to be tied to some half-dead delusional old woman. Yeah. No, we're not going to be saying that. Maybe in the second playthrough that I do when I'm playing Dark Side I'll say that, but not right now. So, what can we do? I don't want my actions to place you at risk.
When battle is upon us, I suspect our minds are prepared enough to shield each other from the pain. I think we shall not have a repeat incident of what happened at Paragus.
How could this have happened?
I confess its nature eludes me as well, but the bond is strong, and its roots run deep. It seems the Force flows easily between us. When one of us manipulates the Force to heal or strengthen ourselves, the other is aided as well.
Okay, so we've got the Force chain ability. This is very useful, especially in the early game.
A powerful technique indeed, though, as we have noticed, it has its drawbacks.
Alright. So, when we were on Paragus, I could feel the Force again.
Indeed. And was it the same as before?
It was like a whisper at the edge of hearing.
If my suspicions are correct, perhaps the damage the Jedi Council did was not as permanent as they thought. It is not an easy thing to cut one off from the Force.
I don't believe the Jedi would do such a thing.
What did you believe? That you suddenly lost your connection with the Force without reason?
It's not possible to cut one off from the Force. It's like deafening someone or blinding them. Well, I'm not sure that's a good metaphor to use here because it's absolutely possible to deafen or blind someone. No, see, I think this one suits the character I'm playing a bit better. Not to give any spoilers, but to cut one off from the Force, it's like losing all your senses at once.
Indeed it is. It is much like losing one's ability to listen or being put into a deep sleep, unable to awaken to the galaxy around you. Such a thing has been done before, when Jedi have pronounced sentence on their own and exiled them as they did you.
Right. I don't believe the Jedi would inflict such a punishment on someone. It seems too cruel.
If not the Jedi, then what did you think was the cause of such a loss?
Here we go. This is the answer. I had thought the Mandalorian was the cause. I did much that I am not proud of.
War leaves many scars, but rarely does it blind one to the Force.
Rarely, Hakrea.
If anything, conflict and challenge may make the connection stronger, more intense. No matter what horrors you experienced in the war, no matter who you served, it is unlikely that the Force would be lost to you unless another factor was involved.
Just unlikely, though. Alright. Can my connection to the Force be healed?
It is possible that such a thing can be undone. Still, even so, the chances of the Jedi undoing such a thing for a traitor is a slim thing at best, assuming they yet live.
But the Force, I can feel it again, if only slightly.
Our link may have had other consequences. Perhaps you can hear the Force again, distantly, through me. If so, then there is hope. I may be able to teach you, train you to feel the Force again, and if you will not allow me to help you, then other Jedi must train you, or undo the damage they have done.
Well, I will honor whatever training you wish to give me.
Do not honor me, fallen Jedi. Honor it by listening and learning. Do that, and perhaps we shall survive this thing, you and I. I offer to train you to become strong again, to know the ways of the Force, and to hear the Force sing within you as it once did.
Okay. I would welcome whatever aid you offer.
Then our training shall begin. Whenever I travel with you, I shall impart what I can to you through my words and presence.
All right. There are other questions I wish to ask you.
And I will answer.
Can you tell me what has happened since the Mandalorian Wars?
Much has happened in the galaxy in your absence, and since the defeat of the Mandalorians at Malachor 5.
What happened after the war?
As you know, Revan and Malak went to war against the Mandalorians, and you followed under Revan's banner. As Revan and Malak fought the Mandalorians in battle after battle, they grew to despise weakness, just as the Mandalorians did. In the end, the Mandalorians had taught them through conflict, shaped the Jedi, and turned them into a weapon against the Republic.
And that was the Jedi Civil War.
Revan and Malak, and all the Jedi that served them, turned against the Republic and the Jedi Order. Jedi fought Jedi. Revan was ambushed by the Jedi and captured. Malak continued to wage war in his master's place, inflicting terrible wounds on the Republic. Wounds that bleed still.
What happened to Malak?
As all Sith do without a strong enemy, the Sith turned on each other. Revan escaped the Jedi and returned to finish Malak, and that was the end of the Jedi Civil War.
Does Revan still live?
After defeating Malak, Revan left the Republic, and there are none who know where he has gone. It is said that the Sith remnants turned on themselves after Revan defeated Malak, reducing Korriban to ruin as the Republic still bleeds and struggles for life. Where Revan wanders now, I do not know.
So Revan saved the Republic?
It would seem that way from a certain point of view, perhaps. The Jedi Civil War left wounds that have yet to heal. We shall see if the Republic has the strength to survive.
Then we must do what we can until it has a chance to recover from the war.
A culture's teachings, and most importantly the nature of its people, achieve definition in conflict. They find themselves or find themselves lacking. Too long did the Republic remain unchallenged. It is a stagnant beast that labors for breath and has for centuries. The Jedi Order was the heart that sustained its sickness. Now the Jedi are lost. We shall see how long the Republic can survive.
Can anything be done to help the Republic?
We shall see. The Jedi Civil War cost the Republic much. The resources of the Sith seemed limitless. The Republic's was not. Fleets of warships, soldiers, and people were lost. Entire planets were decimated. Their inhabitants dead or refugees. It is a great burden for any civilization to bear. And this new threat, it is a quiet thing. Unlike the Jedi Civil War, it drives at something deeper than the strength of the Republic. It is aimed at you.
Me? This threat is directed against me?
The Republic was never what was important, ever. It was but a shell that surrounds the Jedi, just as the teachings of the Jedi are a shell surrounding the heart of man. You see, the war, the true war, has never been one waged by droids or warships or soldiers. They are but crude matter, obstacles against which we test ourselves. The true war is waged in the hearts of all living things, against our own natures, light or dark. That is what shapes and binds this galaxy, not these creations of man. You are the battleground, and if you fall, the death of the Republic will be such a quiet thing, a whisper, that shall herald the darkness to come.
So, to be clear, my character is aware, that they went off to the Mandalorian Wars to save the Republic. So they are 100% dedicated and behind the idea of protecting the Republic. That's why they went off to the Mandalorian Wars. That's why they betrayed the Jedi. So in this playthrough, I'm going to be selecting choices that reflect that worldview in my character. Also, Krea's kind of a dickhead about the Republic in general. Alright.
Ask. and I will answer.
I need to know more about the Sith hunting us.
These Sith, they seek the death of all Jedi, as have all the Sith, since the Jedi Order was first split.
The Sith were once Jedi.
Yes, the Jedi Civil War is not the first one of its kind. Thousands of years ago, the Jedi had another civil war that split the Order. It was a terrible thing. A faction among the Jedi abandoned the teachings of the Order, following their own path. They waged war on their fellow Jedi, a war that raged across the galaxy. But these fallen Jedi were cast out, defeated, and they retreated to worlds in the Outer Rim. Over time, they took on the mantle of the Lords of the Sith, but in their hearts they never forgot the Jedi. The hatred for the Jedi Order burns in their veins like fire and echoes in their teachings. Revan tasted it, as Malak did.
But these Sith seem different.
In a manner of speaking, they are different from Malak in that they are concerned only with the destruction of the Jedi. For them, it is all that matters, all that ever mattered. It is a different war these Sith wage, a thing of silence and shadow. They strike from the darkness, hiding from the face of the galaxy until all Jedi are exterminated. After all the Jedi are gone, then the galaxy is theirs, no matter whether the Sith or the Republic rules. It is the dark side that shall reign, unchecked.
Right. The Sith on Paragus knew some Force techniques, but they were extremely weak.
I believe them to be the result of special teachings. Their apparent weakness against you is evidence of this. Those Sith assassins can sense their prey through the Force. It is like a hunger. They feed and grow stronger when they are near Force sensitives. The stronger their prey is in the Force, the deadlier they become. As long as you were cut off from it, you were able to evade their sight. But after Paragus, I fear that you will be no longer shielded from their eyes, or the eyes of their masters. The stronger you grow, the more will come.
I thought that was kind of a, I don't know, an interesting way for the developers in this game to allow for the same enemies to become stronger throughout the game. So they can keep using these same Sith Assassin enemies, and they do keep using these same Sith Assassin enemies all the way up until the final area of the game. But they get stronger. And this is the explanation that you get, because they feed off you. The stronger you are, the stronger they are.
Ask, and I will answer.
Alright. I'm just going to quickly do this one again.
Much has happened in the...
I want to see if I get any more lore asking this part of the question. Tell me about the Mandalorian Wars.
It is a tale you already know well. Almost a decade ago, the Mandalorians began preying on the Republic, bringing the fires of war to many planets along the Outer Rim. Their predations continued, winning victory after victory, until the Republic finally begged the Jedi Council for aid.
Oh yeah, this is more information. The Jedi Council agreed, but did not move fast enough, so we had to.
Indeed. The Jedi Council counseled caution and patience to assess the Mandalorian threat as the Outer Rim burned.
And Revan and Malak refused to wait.
Two Jedi Knights, Revan and Malak, defied the Jedi Council. They challenged the Mandalorian fierceness and brutality on the battlefield with a viciousness of their own. Revan's entrance into the conflict marked the true beginning and end of the war. It was Revan who drove the Mandalorians back into the unknown regions.
Till we destroyed them at Malachor 5.
Yes, I have heard tales of Malachor 5 and Revan's part in it. I know you served there in that final battle. It must have been a terrible thing.
Many Jedi died at Malachor 5, and its conflict split the Jedi Order.
You speak the truth. The war's end was merely another beginning, and what seemed a victory for the Republic was far from it. Many believed the Mandalorians defeated at Malachor 5, but the Mandalorians taught the Jedi much through battle, and so it was that Malak, Revan, and the Jedi that followed them discovered their true natures in the Mandalorian crusade. But you know this.
But some battles must be fought. It was not Revan's failing.
Did Revan fail? Or was it the failure of the Jedi teachings? A question for another time, perhaps. As Revan and Malak fought the Mandalorians in battle after battle, they grew to despise weakness, just as the Mandalorians did. In the end, the Mandalorians...
Right, we've seen this part. Alright. So...
Ask, and I will answer.
So what do we do now?
I do not know. The Sith struck more swiftly than I thought, and they will not stop until they have you in their grasp. If you fall, all the galaxy will echo it.
Right. We can't keep running until they catch us.
It does not matter where we go. It is not the destination that matters.
It's the
It is
friends
journey.
we made along the
All
way.
paths will take us to the end, whatever it may be, and no matter how strongly we fight against it. For now, we are bound for Telos, and that is enough.
Alright. I guess... Where are we bound
The
again?
planet Telos, decimated by the Sith during the Jedi Civil War. Before the war, Jedi who failed their training were sent to the fields of Telos to serve the galaxy, not as Jedi Knights, but as farmers and laborers. The destruction of Telos was complete. I doubt any Jedi remain. Yet there may be echoes of their passing. We shall see.
And if we find no trace of Jedi teachings on Telos to help us?
Then I am left with nothing more than we had already. My faith in you and your ability to meet what comes.
Alright, well, this is a lot to take in at once. I need time to reflect on this.
I would see to that fool in the cockpit and remind him of our destination. I would not want him attempting to veer from Telos.
Don't you talk about him like that. The fool has a name. I'd like you to start using it.
He is a fool and an imbecile. His potential lies downwards, not up. Watch that one. His thoughts are slippery. I do not trust him, and nor should you. Such a man serves himself first, and his allies next.
Influence gained, Kreia. Influence lost, Kreia. And it's harder to tell with Kreia how your influence is going as well, because she stays grey the whole time. Whereas your other allies, they get pulled towards your alignment or pushed away from it, depending on whether you have a high or low influence with them. What's behind door number low security? A damaged HK unit in a rusty Durasteel red? Man, this assassin droid that we saw on Paragus must have been here a while. Like 5 years, maybe? Remains of a HK unit, older and more corroded than the one on Paragus. Critical parts missing. Droid processor, droid's chassis, control cluster, and the vocabulator. Well, we have a vocabulator. What was that dwoo about, little guy? What was that dwoo about? Okay. You dwooed before. Do you know where that HK droid in the cargo bay came from? That didn't sound very convincing. Are you sure you don't know? Well, okay, I have other questions for you. You get a chance to ask again. You look like you've suffered a lot of damage over the years. How much damage? So you lost a lot of programs in your behavior core in addition to the damage to your frame. Oh. Well, I'm sure you'll gain that skill back. I'm glad to have you along. He's so good. I might be able to upgrade your memory core. I don't remember what computer skill you need to do this first one. Alright, let me take a look. Oh, it worked. There you go. Well done. How do you feel? Mhm. Blaze, look, what are you talking about? Best robot. I had other questions for you. Okay. How did you get here, T3? Were you on the Ebon Hawk with Kreia? But where did the Ebon Hawk come from? Yes, but where did the Ebon Hawk come from? Silence. T3? If you don't know, then just say so. T3. You're deliberately avoiding answering. Why? Let me check your core. I'll be careful, I promise. I want to make sure you're alright. Just let me check, alright? Oh, that scream! Damn, that's wedged in there tight. Never mind, I'll be going now. Alright, let's talk to, as Kreia calls him, that fool in the cockpit. Atten, our other good boy. You know what, let's go ahead and save, because I do not want to go through all that dialogue with Kreia again. Where are we up to? 14? Cool.
How's our passenger? She's still aging?
Cryptic as a... No, actually, for someone without much to say, she sure says a lot.
Yeah, to you, maybe. I don't usually hear much beyond fool and imbecile. She's lucky she's a Jedi, or someone would have killed her years ago. I mean, how old do you think she is?
Got this
She
line!
may have been good-looking once, but it takes some hard living to make creases like that.
Good looking. Are you that desperate?
Hey, I just got out of prison. If we had a decent navicomputer, trust me, we'd be dropping out of hyperspace into the Nar Shaddaa Red Sector right now.
Woo.
After spacing that old witch, of course.
Look, he's off on the insults. She was wounded helping us escape, remember?
Whoa, all right, don't get mad at me. Hey, I didn't ask her to stay behind and get her hand cut off, okay? I mean, I appreciate what she did and all, but she could stand to lay off the insults herself, you know?
I know. I asked her. Alright. Are we still on course for Telos?
Like we have a choice? It's the only place Paragus had logged in their astrogation charts.
Well, if you thought Paragus was dead, then Telos is a dying world they're trying to breathe back to life.
Should be there before too long. You can check our course on the galaxy map if you want. It's on the wall behind you.
Never mind, I wanted to ask you some questions.
Oh, no. Look, I respect your privacy. I mean, when have I ever asked you any questions? I mean, besides that one.
What did you mean about the galaxy map not being much use?
Well, the astrogation system is voice-printed and locked down, but that T3 unit is doubling as the astrogation system. You can try to plot a course, but without that T3 unit to perform the calculations, you'd probably plow us into a star.
As long as he doesn't steal the ship, we should be alright.
Why would someone lock the astrogation system?
Takes all kinds. Maybe someone didn't want anybody taking the ship out of the system, or knowing where the ship had been. Smugglers do it all the time in case the Republic decides to board them. Or so I hear.
Or so you hear? I don't think this question will get us anywhere, but who voice printed the astrogation system?
I have no idea. Previous owner, maybe?
love to get it overhauled, but that's a major job. Besides, the droid will be good enough for now.
Do you know anything about that assassin droid?
Not much. Except sounds like it was after you. As far as I'm concerned, you handled that pretty well. No more droid, no more problem.
Since when do protocol droids collect bounties?
Yeah, well, you got me there. Look, droids, I don't trust them. That one we fought, some of them are built like that. Others just, well, break. In the head. Sometimes conflicting orders cause it. Give a droid too much data or tell it to do something it can't do, it'll crack their behavior module in half. Others just don't get memory wipes and they start going crazy. Speaking of which, I think that little trash compactor's long overdue. Trust me, droids were made to break. And most of all, they're predictable and stupid.
I like to think that T3 was saying racist with that dwoo. Alright. Let's focus on getting to Telos for the time being.
So, what happened?
To what?
Don't give me that.
You just told me you were respecting my privacy.
Where a lightsaber would have been helpful. So where's yours?
Exiles aren't allowed to keep their lightsabers.
Oh yeah? I thought a Jedi was supposed to be married to their lightsaber. Guess I heard wrong. Were you a single hilt or one of those double-bladed Jedi?
It was a single hilt.
Huh. Figures. It wasn't red, was it?
Both the blade and crystal were unique.
Yeah? Unique how?
I love how it says unique and then it gives you like the 3 very basic ones and then the new ones. What will I go with? Well, I said unique, right? It was a Viridian blade, one the Jedi Order had never seen before.
Must have been something. Sure be nice to have it now. Might make those Sith think twice before coming after us.
It is no matter. It was taken from me long ago.
Alright, forget I said anything. Like I said before, you can check our course on the galaxy map if you want. It's on the wall behind you.
Cool. Yeah, I'm pretty light already and we haven't even gotten to Telos yet. Okay. Now we've just got about that much again of dialogue when we get to Telos and we can actually start playing the game again. Telos, Citadel Station. Now, you get a delightful black screen at this time. Luckily there's no one watching at the moment, so it doesn't matter if I take a little while to get the video up. But if you are watching later on, you get to watch a nice black screen with some nice spacey noises because the movies for Knights of the Old Republic 2 were not, I don't know, packaged in the same environment. I don't really know how this stuff works, but essentially it doesn't load up properly. So that's nice.
Attention, this is Citadel Station Bay Control, Dock Module 126. Please remain where you are. Lieutenant Dahlgren will arrive shortly to meet you. That is all.
I don't like the sound of that. If they think we caused the explosion... Uh-oh. Here comes the welcoming party. They may not know what happened, so don't blow it.
I'm Lieutenant Gren, Telos Security Force. I'm under orders to take you into custody in regards to the destruction of the Paragus mining facility.
These 2004 face models. Oh, baby. We under arrest?
You haven't been formally charged, but you will be placed under house arrest pending the results of our investigation. Due to the nature of the investigation, I have no specific timetable to offer you. In the meantime, your ship and any droids will have to be given over for safekeeping.
My droids? I don't like that.
Yes, that includes you. You are a droid, so you will be detained.
Oh.
In addition, we will have to take your personal arms and armor until the completion of our inquiry.
Well, I understand.
Hold on. Is there any way to get our gear back?
If you are cleared of any involvement, your personal effects will be returned to you. You will be held briefly in the TSF station until living quarters can be arranged, at which point you will be placed under house arrest. Do you understand?
I do. I'll cooperate.
Good. My men will relieve you of any arms and armor. Please follow me.
Tell me I'm not going to jail again.
Well, I could tell you, but I'd be lying, so how about I just not do that, Atten?
You will be held here briefly. Living quarters are being arranged for you and your companions as we speak. Someone will return shortly to escort you to an apartment in residential module 082.
A force cage? This is ridiculous.
As I said, this is only temporary while other arrangements are made. I'm sorry, but you'll just have to bear with us until then.
I understand. Dude, I cooperated in everything. You'd think they'd
Well, we might be here for a while. Might as well get comfortable.
You'd think they'd just let me sit on a couch. I'm cooperating.
Someone is coming. So this is the last of the Jedi.
Oh,
I
more
must admit,
assassins.
I'm a little disappointed.
You're wrong. I'm no Jedi.
Jedi or no, you're the one I am pledged to kill. There is no mistaking that. The exchange has a bounty on Jedi, you know. You're worth quite a bit of money.
The exchange, huh? I'm pretty sure some two-bit pistol jockey like yourself isn't one of them.
Hey? I'm more than skilled enough to work for the exchange.
You bounty hunters couldn't even win a fair fight. You're the cheapest, most worthless mercenary scum in the galaxy. I'd hire a Mandalorian over your filth in a second.
Whoa.
No Mandalorian could match my skills. No Mandalorian could have been clever enough to infiltrate this station, taken the identity of one of the guards, then...
Then what? Overloaded our force cage fields and made it look like an accident? You probably don't even have the guts to fight me. Pathetic.
Don't think overloading your cages had not occurred to me. You're wanted alive, but I doubt anyone will care as long as I bring them your corpse.
Probably wouldn't have worked anyway. I've already shown in this game that I'm resistant to poison, so I probably have, you know, Deus Ex Machina force powers that can restart my heart as well. Let's see. Why are you here? No. Yeah, why not?
Like I said, the exchange has put out a huge bounty on Jedi. I'm just looking forward to early retirement.
We're in a TSF station. How do you expect to get away with this?
The security cameras have mysteriously shorted out. There will be no witnesses to your escape attempt, during which I'll have been forced to kill you.
Oh, well, that could be a problem.
By the time the TSF realize I'm not one of them, I will be far from this place.
I don't wish to fight you.
Easier for me then. Come, Jedi. It is time to die.
Okey
Hey,
dokey
leave her alone.
Oh,
You want to fight? Then try me, if you've got the guts.
You have goaded me once, and you shall not do so twice. But I shall dispose of all of you eventually. And an old woman, a fool, and a broken Jedi are no match to my skills.
Atten has such a need to protect. Let's, can I force push yet? Am I strong enough? No. I'll just go ahead and, attack then. I will also, however, use burst speed, because it will assist me in dodging.
I will
I think it gives me 2 rounds, or maybe not yet.
The security cameras are... What? What's going on here?
Man down! Quick! Call a medic!
All right, Jedi. I want you to back up slowly. Hands in front of you. Into the force cage. Cooperate, and we won't have to gun you down.
Come on, Lieutenant. They've already killed... who is that? Is that Batu Rem?
He said he was an assassin.
Rem's no assassin.
Batu Rem is on leave. He shouldn't even be on the station. This man isn't him.
I'm glad someone noticed that only after he tried to kill me.
We've arranged for an apartment in residential module 082. You'll stay there under house arrest until our investigation of the Paragus matter is complete. You'll be under TSF protection. I'll personally clear any visitors to your quarters, and we'll investigate this incident to the best of our ability.
Let's go.
Officer, get Lieutenant Yima a report of this incident. She'll look into this. The rest of you come with me. We'll escort you to the apartment in 082 immediately.
Whoa! They can phase out? I didn't think they
These will
had
serve
that
as your
technology in
quarters for
this
the duration
Star
of your house
game.
arrest. 2 officers will be stationed outside at all times. Again, I'll clear any visitors. There won't be another incident.
But just to be on the safe side, why don't you leave us a blaster or two?
Good try, Atten. I appreciate it. How long will I be here?
I can't say. We have a ship examining what's left of the Paragus facility now, so your stay might be brief. We'll keep you informed.
Now, this is a step up from a force cage, at least.
If there are any problems, we'll use the wall terminal to contact you. Let's go.
This isn't good. We've got to get off this station.
Why do we need to leave?
What do you think the TSF is going to find at Paragus? That could bring the Sith...
You know what? Forget it. As long as we're trapped here, it doesn't matter.
What do you think, Kreia?
We cannot stay in any one place too long, but our path has brought us here for a reason. I must meditate on this. In the meantime, we should rest.
Yeah, you go ahead and meditate. As for me, I could use some sleep.
In sync, sit down. Alright. Who's waking me up? Fuck off. Oh, fine.
Excuse me, you have a caller. Moza, representing the Ithorian planet restoration interests on Telos. Lieutenant Gren's cleared him if you'd like to speak with him.
What does he want?
He says he wishes to speak with you on behalf of Chodo Habat. That's all he will say.
Fine, send him in.
Very well. I'll let him in now.
Thank you for seeing me. I am Moza, and I have come to see you on behalf of Chodo Habat, our leader here. I'm gonna have to listen to this after the stream and see if me talking over those weird voice sounds actually works, or if it's just distracting. What does Chodo want with me? Are you familiar with the restoration project on Telos? No, could you explain it to me? The surface of Telos was destroyed during the Jedi Civil War a few years ago. No, I'm too slow. Energy shields seal off portion of the planet's surface, control weather patterns, new plant and animal life introduced once the weather is stabilized. Problem with a corporation known as Zerka. No, what troubles have you had? Well-known ecologists and agricultural engineers, Telosian government. Whoa, that is, you know, it's fast in some places and slow in others. Alright, generous Republic funding, purchase law and for Onderon, so that portions of the surface have been rehabilitated. Republic relations deteriorated with Onderon, meaning things are more expensive. And Telosian security force became too small, so Zerka approached and offered supply and security contracts. So they're now part of the economy and political system, and are a threat to the Ithorian planetary restoration, it seems. How is Zerka harming the restoration project? Sorry, just had to take a drink of tea there. Why would Zerka do this? What is one of the largest weapons manufacturers in the galaxy want with plant restoration contracts? Perhaps they seek unrestricted access to Telos' surface, which is normally forbidden. Even we can land only at our established landing sites. How did they take the restoration zones? Through a combination of legal loopholes, purchased political favors, strong-arm tactics, and sabotage. We Ithorians are simply not prepared to deal with such. We are a passive people. We wish only to help restore the natural beauty of Telos. So, how could I help? Chodo Hobat is a powerful priest or spiritual leader. He sensed something upon your arrival, a disturbance, an echo in the Force. Chodo felt you might be able to aid us. He bid me tell you that if you could help heal Telos, it may be possible for him to heal you. What do you mean? I'm unclear as to what Chodo means by this. He says the echo he felt upon your arrival suggests that you yourself are damaged. He can feel the pain through the Force.
Perhaps Chodo Habat should turn his eyes to his own people, if they truly suffer so.
You know, I am for anything that makes Freya defensive. If this offer of mutual aid interests you, please go to the Ithorian compound here in Residential 082 when you are able. Chodo Habat would be most pleased to see you. I'll consider it. I do hope so. Farewell. I do apologize for my shitty voices. I'm not a voice actor.
Now perhaps we will be able to rest uninterrupted.
Somehow I think no. And it's not just because I've played this 20 times before. Oh my god! Please.
Good day. I am B4D4, Administrative Assistant for Zerka Corporation's Citadel Station branch. I am attempting to connect you with Executive Officer Jana Lorso. May I put you through?
What does she want?
I am sorry, but I do not know. I am only her administrative assistant.
Pretty shitty
May I put you
administrative
through?
assistant. Go ahead.
Thank you. I will connect you now. Good day.
Thank you for accepting my call. As my assistant no doubt informed you, I am Jana Lorso.
Why are you calling?
I understand that you were approached by an Ithorian earlier. Doubtless he tried to obtain your help, attempting to purchase it with imposed guilt and veiled threats.
I don't recall him threatening me.
Oh, and I suppose he didn't mention the exchange, helping you with any problems here? In other words, the Ithorians won't lead the exchange to you if you work with them.
Nope, he didn't mention anything like that.
Well, no matter. My apologies. I never intended to waste your time discussing Ithorians.
This lady's a piece of work. Go on.
I believe you're a person of influence. Someone I'd like on my side, rather than aiding the Ithorians, whose quasi-mysticism and bumbling foolishness is standing in the way of progress and profit. I'm not asking for your help, though. I'm offering you a job. Work for Zerka and be handsomely rewarded. You'd be helping yourself. If you're interested, please visit our offices here in Residential 082. B44 will know what to do when you arrive.
What sort of work are we talking about?
I'd rather discuss that in person. I'll be more than happy to answer any and all questions when you visit our offices.
I guess I'll come by when I can. I'm not
Excellent.
really
Good
interested,
luck with
but
that
you know
messy
what?
investigation.
Let's,
I hope to see you shortly.
We should
Let's
get back
see.
to bed. Whenever they decide to release us, we should get going immediately.
More cutscenes!
Explain something to me.
I do not have the years required, nor the desire to indulge you.
Oh,
If she
Krea's
served
got
in the
some
war,
good one-liners.
well, Jedi are supposed to be tough, capable.
Yes, and what are they without the Force? Take the greatest Jedi Knight, strip away the Force, and what remains? They rely on it, depend on it more than they know. Watch as one tries to hold a blaster, as they try to hold a lightsaber, and you will see nothing more than a woman, or a man, a child.
But to lose so much, I guess I didn't realize how much they relied on it.
Do not be surprised. In many ways, even you are more capable than a Jedi. You could survive where they could not, simply because you do not hear the Force as they do. It is irony of
Not
a sort,
entirely correct.
and it is why I tolerate your presence now.
But such a loss of ability. For a Jedi, it seems so extreme.
She has been gone from war some time. It is conflict that strengthens us, and isolation that weakens us, erodes us. Add to that she turned away from war, did all that she could to forget it, and the last piece clicks into place. But we have spoken enough of this, and we do her a disservice by not speaking of this while she is present.
I've come to inform you that the Telosian government has completed its inspection of what's left of the Paragus facility. It appears that the Harbinger had indeed been present, though it was gone when our ships arrived and was responsible for the station's destruction. Logs recovered from the facility's wreckage indicated that the miners perished as a result of sabotage, which began while you and your companions were either incapacitated or incarcerated. As such, you are to be released from house arrest. However, the Republic is sending its own ship. They have insisted that you remain on station for the duration of their search.
Why is the Republic sending a ship?
To further investigate the station's destruction and search for their missing ship, the Harbinger.
Fair enough. How long will I have to stay?
The sojourn is already en route, likely not more than a few standard days. Feel free to use these quarters during your stay.
Alright. Is the Ebon Hawk still impounded?
The vessel's IND is complete. Please visit the TSF station and Entertainment Module 081 to complete the necessary paperwork at the front desk.
The Ebon Hawk should be transferred from the impound docks by the time you're free to leave.
And what about my T3 droid?
After filling out the paperwork, it'll be transferred with your ship along with your confiscated weapons and armor.
Yay!
Well, now what? We can't just stick around. We need to find a way off this station. Whether it's the Ebon Hawk or some other ship. We could hit Nar Shaddaa, maybe. If you've got people coming after you, it's where you go to get lost in the crowd.
You know that from experience?
Hey, everyone needs to get lost once in a while. Get away from something, you know? It's no big deal.
What do you think, Kreia?
It is difficult to say. I feel we came to Telos for a reason, but we may have spent too much time here already. Even if the Harbinger was destroyed at Paragus, more Sith could already be on their way. Still, there is a chance we might learn of other Jedi here, on the planet's surface. Jedi who might help us restore your abilities, or sever the link between us.
Well, what do you think?
Stay or explore Telos. We need a ship. Let's find the Ebon Hawk.
Makes sense. I'll follow your lead.
So that little cutscene that we get before Lieutenant Gren comes back with Kreia and App talking, I really like that we get to sort of hear what they think of us, of me rather, while I'm sleeping, and they can kind of talk freely together. They also have an interesting sort of relationship because, you know, she has nothing but disdain for him and he doesn't care very much for her either, and yet they are sort of stuck together kind of by me. So yeah, I think a little bit more in the way of interaction between the two of them was added by the restored content mod. I just don't remember off the top of my head. Alright. Level up. Oh no. This is something I hate the most. You press it a tiny bit, there we go, and they're suddenly not straight on anymore, and you have to go all the way around because it's not free move. Alright, let's go Constitution again for Atten. Alright, security, awareness, Dems, and I guess we're security again? Or maybe stealth. Probably stealth for the early part of the game. Cool. So, what can we give to you? We don't really need that. Where's that feat that allows you? Here it is, close combat. When the character's target is at short range, receive +1 attack bonus. And they get, their opponents get less of an attack bonus. What else have we got? I think we'll go ahead and give conditioning. I'm hardly optimizing my builds here, but given what I do know about how the plot will develop regarding certain characters, I am sort of trying to make strategic choices and maybe not select things that won't be useful later on in the game. So Yeah. Just use a little bit of outside of game knowledge to benefit my build, if you will. All right. I hate seeing the odd numbers. I have to put it on that. Plus, more health for Kreia is fine. She tends to soak up a bit of damage, so and she's, you know, the healer. I haven't. No, I don't. There we go. So powers, just the one. How does battle meditation work again? Yeah, that's good. Let's have that. I love how in the first KOTOR game it talks about how, look at me, I'm already light side. How it talks about how Bastila's battle meditation is so rare and special, and then in this game everyone can get it. Just everyone can get battle meditation. It's amazing. Alright. So we get little bits of flavor dialogue if we talk to people.
A Republic ship was supposed to have arrived to take control of the situation here.
But then
I hope it's not too late. The problems are becoming too much for the TSF to handle.
Hang around them while they talk, which not much of a fan of. There's this useless door, which to my knowledge remains useless for the entire game. I'm not sure why they decided to put a sort of interaction thingy there. This is the site of a glitch that I got several times recently. Recently being the last time I played this a year and a half ago. But essentially, I'm not sure if it's fixed by the restored content mod, but for a while there it was possible to put yourself in the correct position here, cause your party members to spawn behind you. Behind you is a gap, so the game would look for the closest place behind you, which is this ledge down here, which is actually modeled properly. It's not just a skybox. And then if you switch to your party members from there, it might be when you have more party members and you can add them and remove them in this this area, but it spawns them here. If you switch to them, you then end up stuck over here, unable to get back. So that's good stuff. That's really good stuff. But I think the first time I did that was accidental and annoyed the hell out of me because I was quite a ways back from a save. But then I worked out how to do it on purpose, and that was fun. Oh, I forgot about Duros. I didn't come up with a voice for these guys. Luckily, I've just decided not to read over it. Avoid dealing with my brother Saman. He is unscrupulous and deceitful. I heard that you mince. I don't even know how mince is an insult. I've heard it before, but I don't really know if it's like a really offensive thing to say or if it's an offensive thing to say now. Anyway, so we can get some Jedi robes here, but we're not going to do that because I quite like the robes that I have on now. They count as armor, but you can use force powers with them. So, got all sorts of interesting stuff, none of which we really need right now. Got the Pazart cards. Again, don't really care, although I will be collecting them. Here's our unscrupulous brother Saman, hey? You made the right decision coming to me instead of my brother Dendis. So we have the good brother and the evil brother. Just let me shop, please. So I guess he has kind of more offensive-based weapons. I don't really need any of that, so that's convenient. I don't really think I have any money, right?
I hear you.
Oops, no, not tab. This is a bit of an old game, so they hadn't quite come up with the standard keys for everything. I could rebind all my keys, but no. So we've got 1,800 credits, which is nothing in this game. It was an accident, I swear.
That didn't look like an accident to me or my associate here. It looked like you wanted to make a fool of him.
That wasn't the way it was at all. I didn't mean to disturb your drinking. Allow me to leave and go on the way. I will trouble you no longer.
Not even an apology. That won't do at all.
What's going on here?
This Sulluston here had a few things to say about us that we didn't take to so well. We're just trying to work out our differences.
I'd like to hear his side of the story. Oh, thank you. It's very simple. I was at the bar enjoying my drink when these brutes here elbowed their way up to the bar, spilling my beverage all over the two of us. Then they dragged me out here. He has such metallic skin. I know what they want, to send me home with my limbs twisted, body battered, and spirit broken. You must help me.
This doesn't have anything to do with you, stranger. Just move right along. Have a drink in the cantina.
I think you should leave now.
Yeah? Or what? You're gonna teach me a lesson? Go ahead. I hate your kind anyways. Keep your nose in your own business.
Can't we talk about this?
Believe me, there's nothing to talk about.
I'm not going to be paying people off because that's just a little bit too dopey for me. I'm just going to tell them that, you know, I'm not going to fight for them, which is kind of a veiled threat in and of itself.
Then you shouldn't have gotten involved.
Alrighty then. So no one has any blasters at this point, but I don't think will be an issue. I think I have actually died on this fight before, to my shame. Just gotta keep an eye on that HP. There we go. So the reason I'm getting so many misses is because this game, it sort of is running a D&D game in the background. I cut him off because I wanted to keep talking. It's sort of running a D&D game in the background. It's rolling dice. It's working out what your chance to hit is against their chance to dodge, stuff like that, as you would if you were playing D&D. So I'm getting a lot of misses at the moment because I have low stats. So no matter what my dice rolls are in the background that you're not seeing, they're not enough to come up over the defensive or dexterity modifiers that the opponents have. But don't worry, once I get some more stuff going for me, you're not going to be seeing any misses whatsoever. Whoa, clicked out of the game. Good stuff. Why are they allowed to do this? You should leave in case their friends come looking for them. Now, will I turn down money? Yeah, I'll turn down money. Keep your credits. A reward is not necessary. Whoa, what? Oh, that's right. Okay, so this is actually kind of an important cutscene, and I have no idea where in my list of movies it happens. So you can't see this because you're seeing a black screen right now, but there's a spaceship that looks kind of all busted up, and it's flying through space. I can show you this movie in a minute once I actually work out which one it is. But once you get to a certain... Now, hopefully you can see this. Yes, you'll be able to see this. All right. Once you get to a certain level of light, this set of events is just triggered, no matter how early or late it is in the game. And apparently I got really light really early, so I get to see this interesting young lady already.
A disturbance in the Force. It was difficult to make out, my lord. At first it was such a quiet thing. I did not notice it, but now I wonder as if it has always been there. I merely could not hear it before. The sound built so slowly, yet when you listen for it, you can make out the strains, even over the background life of the universe. Do you feel it is a... You are the darkness. Yes, my lord. All life exists to feed your power. And my life. My life is yours. I beg you, please. Let me die.
He's like, nope.
Yes, this disturbance echoes through the Force. I can follow it to its source and bring it to you. I will leave at once, my lord.
The Sith in this game are actually really interesting because in a lot of Star Wars movies and also video games, the Sith are presented basically as human, just really what this game would consider to be Dark Jedi rather than Sith. So a Dark Jedi is essentially a human being, a Jedi, who's, done the wrong thing and has started to use dark side Force powers. Whereas the Sith in this game, especially the guy we saw at Paragus, and then I'm going for the Ebon Hawk, so the Cantina can wait. The guy we saw in Paragus, Scion, and that guy that we see right there, whose name is Nihilus, which I don't think we know yet, but there you go, there's some future knowledge. They are presented as being a little bit past being human. They were human once, but they've kind of passed that point quite some time ago. So that's one of the things I always found very interesting about this. The bad guys weren't quite the same as in any other Star Wars media.
Welcome to Entertainment Module 081's TSF station. How may I be of assistance?
Lieutenant Gren said to come here to get the Ebon Hawk and the rest of my possessions out of impound.
I will call up the appropriate information now. One moment. Searching. One moment. I regret to inform you that the Ebon Hawk is gone.
Excuse me?
The TSF believes it was stolen and is
What?
currently investigating.
What do you mean, gone?
It seems the Ebon Hawk was transferred to Telos' surface instead of an impound dock. However, both the requester and the point of delivery are unknown.
Excuse me?
In addition, the vessel is not showing up at any government-sanctioned landing site. I would conjecture that it has been stolen, and the TSF records have been illegally accessed and modified.
I knew it! That stupid T3 unit stole our ship. It's probably joyriding through the system right now, laughing at us, laughing at me.
That is unlikely. While your utility droid is not accounted for, numerous satellites track all incoming and outgoing vessels. There is no record of the Ebon Hawk leaving the system.
Wait, you're saying the ship's actually somewhere on Telos' surface? I don't understand. Telos' atmosphere is highly corrosive outside the shielded restoration zones. Where else could someone land safely?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid that's all the information I have for you. Of course, the quarters in Residential Module 082 will remain yours until the situation is resolved.
I love how in the Star Wars universe we have technology sophisticated enough to travel through space and heal people, but we have such stupid robots. Like, AI in terms of robot personalities just has not progressed at all. Alright, can I get my possessions back at least?
Fortunately, your possessions were kept in the armory and were uncompromised. I will open the door for you so that you may retrieve them. You will find them in the security lockers.
That's good at least. Isn't there anything more the TSF can do?
Not beyond investigating the matter and extending our offer of free room and board.
What am I supposed to do now?
I am not qualified to answer that question. However, it is unlikely that someone could steal a starship from under TSF observation without considerable backing. If your vessel has been stolen, there is a fair chance that the exchange possesses relevant information. I do not know what else to suggest, beyond waiting in your quarters for further word.
Tell me about the exchange.
The exchange is a major intergalactic crime syndicate. They are trying to gain a foothold in the Citadel, most likely seeking to integrate themselves as fully as possible with the new Telos. It is rumored that the Bumani Exchange Corporation,
subtle name,
in Residential Module 082, is a front for the exchange on Citadel Station.
Was there anything in the system about our ship at all?
There was a query regarding the Ebonhawk's ID signature sent from the Paradis mining facility. However,
They didn't
all
even
data
tell the
collected in
voice
response
actor
to
how to
the query
pronounce the
has
word.
been deleted. It is likely that this information was removed when the vessel's transfer request was modified.
Well, I'll be going now, I suppose. At least I can get my stuff back. I don't think that was my stuff. Whoops. Well, no one seems to be apprehending me for stealing police supplies, so that's cool, I guess. Once again, not my stuff. Once again, don't care. And now we have to do this really cool thing where I go through and re-equip everything because they took all my stuff off. So, no, we don't want that. Nah. Yeah, I'll give her that one. Get that armband on me, an energy shield. Yeah, good. Used the interface band, didn't we? And then, what have we got here? I don't know which one of these is better, but that one requires more constitution. Sure, I'll go with that one. What have we got here? That one looks pretty neat. And then we need to put a vibro, which is the good one. I think that is the one that I was using, but this one looks better. So I'll just go ahead and give her one of those, and I'm never going to use a blaster with her, so don't worry about it. Kreia also needs a vibro sword, and we will give her a blaster. Get those on there. Oh my god. Okay, we won't bother with shields just yet. I guess go with that one. An Atten. Battle suit. Use that one for him because that ups your dexterity. I think we were using that for Atten. Some of that. And then this time I'm going to give him a rifle. We have a better rifle. That one maybe. Yeah, that one's better. And then I will give him a melee weapon. Actually, no, what? No, I won't. There's no need for that. There is no need. Alright. Now that we're out of a big section of dialogue and stuffing around, let's save again. Oops, I have selected still. Okay. Let's go. Opening doors we have no need to open, or no reason to open. Hi, Gran.
Something I can help you with?
Do you have any work I could do?
Would you be interested in helping us by bringing in some bounties?
I need money, so tell me about the bounties.
This isn't a bounty, so to speak. But we're looking for a man named Batono who's been missing for some time. Also, 2 ruthless killers that we'd managed to capture and hold here in the TSF station escaped and are currently at large. We're also looking for any information about the imposter Batu Rem.
Tell me about Batu Rem. I have a personal interest.
You mean the assassin who tried to kill you, right? The real Batu Rem's one of us, and he's off the station on leave. I hope Batu's okay, though I'm expecting the worst. Shame. He was a good kid.
Is there any way to find out about the killer's movements on the station?
Yes, we looked into it and found that he arrived via a tramp freighter in Docking Bay 3. Unfortunately, the cargo and passenger manifest as well as departure location was not disclosed to us. That's all the information I have for you.
Good stuff. I'll see what I can dig up, I guess.
If you find anything about the real Batu Rem, we'd like to know if he's safe.
I'd like to talk to you about another bounty.
What is it?
Tell me about Batono.
Batono was the overseer of dock operations for Zerka, and was assisting us in uncovering the elusive black market smuggling operation that appears to be operating at a Citadel station. A few weeks ago,
He suddenly disappeared and hasn't been heard from since.
Do you have any leads?
Not much, other than what I've already told you, and the fact he was investigating Docking Bay 3.
This Docking Bay
I spoke
3?
with some Zerka guards near the Docking Bay, but they didn't seem like they wanted to cooperate with a TSF officer. Maybe you'll have more luck.
Fair enough. I'll see what I can dig up.
Thank you. Keep me updated.
Finally, tell me about these criminals.
They were spotted by security cameras in the docking area, and we quickly moved in to apprehend them. We captured them shortly after you were placed under house arrest. Some sort of electrical malfunction, a side effect of the false Batu Rem's attack, enabled them to escape. They overpowered their guards and escaped into the Citadel.
Good stuff. What do you know about the criminals?
There are two of them, a Rhodian and a Deveronian. They're well armed and obviously extremely dangerous. They haven't left the station as far as we know.
I guess I'll see what I can dig up.
Just be careful. We've already lost 2 good officers to them.
I'll be going now. You know, I'm stuck here. I've got to have something to do, and it might as well be chasing criminals. I won't be using a lot of this
Zerka's
flavor
mercenaries are
text
getting out of hand, and they're too much for the TSF to handle.
because you do have to stay nearby them,
to restore order.
and it's very annoying. Now, Docking Bay 3, people were saying, right? So, this way to the docking bays. So I have this to do. I have Zerka and these guys, the Ithorians, to go talk to. But I mean, we're right here at the docking bays, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Oh, a robot. Hi, robot.
Greetings, madame. My primary function is to provide information about Citadel Station, Telos, and a variety of other topics. Please feel free to direct any of your inquiries to me, and I will do my best to answer your questions.
Oh, thank you. I'd like to know about Citadel Station.
Citadel Station is devoted entirely to restoring the destroyed surface of Telos. It is under the control of the Telosian Council. The restoration project itself is funded by the Republic.
Tell me about the station's layout. I don't know why I'm asking this.
Divided into many modules, each serving a specific purpose. You are currently at Dock Module 126.
I don't think we need to know this, right?
By shuttle to Entertainment Module 081.
Why is this in the game?
Another shuttle will connect you to the nearest residential module, 082.
A map could tell us this. In fact, a map probably does tell us this once we have enough of it. Hi.
Tonos Emeragith, Wanarakorachi Drunka sa Inchobin Sasha, Tosimana Rachata.
What goes on here?
Tonos Emeragith.
Docking Bay is privately owned and operated by the Citadel Station branch of Zerka Corporation. Any relevant inquiries should be directed to the Zerka offices in Residential Module 082. Well, I do have to go there in a little bit. I'd like some information about a passenger that came through here. Confidentiality of travelers is one of our primary concerns. Don't worry, I'll be discreet with my inquiries. The killer is dead anyway. Perhaps, even so, it will occur some expense for me to find out the information you seek. Oh, a bribe, alright. I'm not above paying bribes. 25 credits, cheap bribe. 25 credits it is then. Batu Ram. Very good, yes, here it is. His departure destination was Nar Shaddaa. He was scheduled to return on a shuttle that has departed already. That's all the information I have. So I guess... I can't remember. Certainly in the base game you can't go to Nar Shaddaa and find out anything more about him, but maybe in the restored content mod you can? Not sure. I love these Twi'leks. They sound so greasy. So oily, just like their... what do they call them? Lecky. I think the things on their heads are called Lecky or Lucky. I'm looking for a man named Batono.
Ta come tak, playa justing, miki gongo beaste. Kun grabi la king no mulara, kichi kuta grasa kisha.
These dialogue options. You don't know, but he oversaw these docks. Look, I'm paid to guard the stocking bay, not answer your questions. Inquiries about Zerka employees should be directed to the branch's executive officer. A Zerka employee? Then you do know Batono. You must be mistaken. Please move along. Do I really want dark side points? No, I will go and talk to Jana Lorso first. I'll be going now. I didn't go ahead and get that very difficult fight that's now going to jump on me the instant I walk back into my ship after my first landing on another planet, just to then go ahead and get dark side points after that. So I didn't say that before, but because I have now triggered that cutscene with, I won't say her name because we'll find that out later, but with that Sith lady with the face veil, because we have already triggered that, now I have to fight her. The first time I go back into my ship after, I land on a new planet, she will be waiting for me and I will have to fight her, and she is quite a difficult fight at low levels. So I'm not really looking forward to that very much. But I just had to go and be all light side, didn't I? Couldn't help myself. Alright, so we gotta talk to Zerka, right? Just gonna go ahead and save here in case I accidentally pick the wrong dialogue options and end up working for them, which I don't want to. Not for this playthrough.
Good day. I am B4D4, Administrative Assistant for Zerka Corporation's Citadel Station Branch. How may I help you?
I'm here to see Jana Lorso.
Of course. She has been expecting you. You will find her through the door and down the hall on the right.
I'll be going now. My instinct is to go through every dialogue option, but I feel like for the sake of you guys, probably better not to do that. Some of them are really useless.
I hear Asgol's been paying mercenaries to go to Dantooine. Can't figure out why anyone would need mercenaries for a planet full of farmers.
Dantooine, huh?
I hear Asgol's
oh my
been
god,
paying mercenaries
that's the other reason why we're not going to be checking the dialogue too much, because the same ones say the same stuff the same times over and over and over and over and over.
I knew you'd come eventually. I'm confident that we will be able to reach a working agreement satisfactory to both you and I. But where are my manners? On behalf of Zerka Corporation, I would like to be the first to welcome you to Telos.
Does the name Batono mean anything to you? Not to just, like, totally ignore what you just said to me, but I have my own agenda here.
Batono? Of course. He was one of our former employees. Let me tell you something. There are far too many like him. Do-gooders who believe that because of the things Zerka must do to remain successful and profitable, we must be evil. They do not see the impracticality of their beliefs. They do not understand the realities of the galaxy. If certain funds must be paid, then Zerka will gladly pay. If competitors removed, then Zerka will do its part to forward progress. Batono could not see this. Before leaving our employ, he stole many of our records, then began to stalk our movements on the station. Harassment, but conveniently overlooked, sanctioned perhaps, by the Telosian authorities.
Gren and the TSF are looking for him. He asked me to find him.
I see. Well, I suspect he's putting his nose into something or another. People like him can't mind their own business, always needing to pry into matters that don't concern them. I do know he spent some time in the company of the Ithorians. I assumed that was the reason for his efforts, that he thought by inventing stories of Zerka's evil, he could put Chodo Habat and his incapable assistants in charge. But if you are searching for him, and find him, there would be a reward for any information of his whereabouts.
Ooh. I do the voodoo. Do you know this game? Or are you just looking around for something interesting tonight? So, oh, hang on. If I find no truth to his accusations, then perhaps I will tell you.
If your conscience demands it, then by all means. Just remember, a reward is waiting for you.
Do I seem like someone who's reward motivated? I mean, they know I'm a former Jedi, right?
Welcome back.
Alright, so this is where I'm hoping that I don't accidentally end up working for them. You mentioned work. What sort of jobs might you have for me?
Our primary concern on Citadel Station is the restoration of Telos' surface. The Republic is eager to revitalize Telos as a benchmark for other such efforts in other systems. While a generous amount of credits has been budgeted to Telos, the bumbling of Chodo Habat and his Ithorians has squandered away much of these resources. For a project of this size, judicious planning and thrifty spending of resources is a necessity, something Habat fails to understand. Nonetheless, Zerka remains optimistic. There are many jobs we need assistance with. For someone with your experience, you would be well compensated.
Well, what do you have to say about the Ithorians' complaints? You've played this a lot, Do the Voodoo? I have played this many, many times, around about when it first came out back in 2004-05. Played this so many times. Played all the different paths, but at the moment I'm doing a light side Jedi based on skills. You know, it's a great game. I'm playing it with the restored content mod too, which that's what really warmed my heart, that, you know, 15 years later someone would come out with a really fantastic restored content mod that fixes the things that couldn't be finished with the rush development. And for the first time I'm actually playing it with the Robot Planet mod, which I can never remember the name of, but I'm really excited for when I get to go and do that. What do you have to say about the Ithorians' complaints?
I can understand why you might be on their side, but believe me, you wouldn't be doing Telos any favors assisting those amateurs.
Amateurs?
Oh, sure. Habat's intentions are good enough, but good intentions won't restore Telos. His expensive policy of relocating biological specimens from Onderon without any planning will doom Telos in the end. I don't think Habat even realizes that at their current pace, they will run out of funding before even half of the restoration zones are up and running. Zerka plans to use some of the planet's own resources to help fund the restoration. These extra funds will greatly improve the project in the long run. Habat, on the other hand, can't see beyond his own selfish concerns.
I thought this was actually interesting, maybe not when I was younger and I was like, no, those noble Ithorians, gotta support them. But when I was a little bit older and playing this, I thought it was interesting how in this section they sort of say, Zerka actually brings up some good points, the fact that sometimes when you're trying to run not exactly a charitable project, but this sort of a philanthropic project, you need just as good planning and stuff as if you were running a business. I thought that was interesting that they started out like this, but in the end, they do end up playing it very, strongly light side, dark side, evil capitalists versus noble environmentalists, which is kind of a shame. It would have been a bit grayer if they'd done it otherwise, but I suppose working within the limitations of the light side, dark side mechanics, that's just how they decided to play it. But what do you mean by the planet's own resources? I thought that this planet was melted into slag by the Sith.
We've discovered that the surface of Telos is covered with military facilities that were either destroyed or abandoned during the Sith attack. Salvaged raw materials from these sites can either be reprocessed and put back into service, or resold to help fund the project.
I'll be going now. I don't want to accidentally end up working for them, so I'll just pull a slightly awkward dialogue choice. Oh my god, please don't get stuck. Why? There's some interesting collision detection in this game. Hi, little droid. Beep, 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 boop. God, I love these things. So I've totally forgotten. Oh, come on. Yeah, good. I've totally forgotten what Janelle also already told me about Batono. Where are we? Company of the Ithorians. Alright, well that's convenient because Ithorians is where I want to go next. Hello Infinity, thank you for coming to check this out tonight. I forget, did you play this when you were younger as well, or is this your first time seeing this game? And yeah, I mean, it's no big surprise that you have a different view of something when you play it as an adult compared to a teenager, right? Teenagers are great at seeing things in black and white, so you know, the light side dark side split really appeals to that that age group, I think. Moses meant me to speak with Chodo Habat. I will open the doors for you and inform Chodo Habat of your arrival. Thank you, Greta. Couldn't even take some time to come up with a name for him? That's a shame. Oh, there's Moza. Hello, Moza. Hello again, LinnieGrey. How may I be of service? What do you do here? I serve primarily as Chodo's assistant. My duties became even more time-consuming after the loss of our original droid intelligence. I do not understand how they timed these speech clips. Some of them are too long and others are too short. Came into BioWare games at Dragon Age. Dragon Age Origins, that's actually a really good point to come into BioWare games. Dragon Age Origins was great. Really good game. I'm told the sequels weren't as good, but Dragon Age Origins, I've played that. I think I've played it to completion with all of the Origins, maybe? But I might not have gotten all the endings, I don't remember. Hello, Chodo. Sorry to impose our troubles. I did not know where to turn until I sensed your arrival. You sensed my arrival? Yes. Oh my god, please, voice clip link. You're gonna have to read this because I do not know how long it's gonna give me to read it out loud. Yeah, no, Dragon Age Origins is really, really good. I considered playing that instead of this, but I thought, you know what, this is like probably my favorite game from, like, I didn't have a lot of games in my childhood, but from when I was at high school, so I'll do this one first and then I'll think about doing Dragon Age Origins. Both of them are massively long, but Dragon Age Origins is what, like 60 hours? Something like that. I don't know if I could commit to a 60-hour game for a stream. Not anymore. I don't have that much life left in me. It was easier when I was in my early 20s, but not now. Alright. Yeah, well, I'm not a Jedi. I understand, and I hope I have not offended you. Perhaps you might help us just the same. Depends what you want from me. Tell me, do you know of the problems our restoration efforts face? You mean the trouble with Zerka, right? Our first goal is to get the restoration project moving forward again. The Republic originally provided a droid intelligence to Citadel Station that would help manage the logistics of the project. It vanished some time ago. I only have like one voice and shitty versions of that one voice in different keys, so that's what you get. Was it stolen? The TSF conducted a thorough investigation into the matter and was unable to find the reason for its— oh my god, length! Please, you couldn't have timed these? Second, somewhat lesser intelligence available. Small escort given by the government. We are being asked to escort a droid. Okay. I can do that. I'll see it to you safely. Sorry, I need to know something else too. Do you know anything about a man named Batono? Are you sure? Lorso mentioned that he spent time in the compound. It would not be the first time Lorso was mistaken. I assure you I have never known of a man named Batono to spend time in our company here. Oh my god, please. Length. I'm looking for him on behalf of Lieutenant Gren. If I can locate him, it might prove the end of Zerka. Yes! Persuade skills good enough. Gladdens me to hear it is Lieutenant Gren who is searching for him. I'm sorry that I spoke untruth to you before, LinnieGrey. Indeed, I do know of Batono, and I know where he can be found. But even so, you must promise me that you will tell no one about this, not even Lieutenant Gren, without Batono's permission. I give you my word, Choto. I love that you get the choice to say the same thing, but one is a lie. Very good. Batono came to us for protection, and we found him in an apartment where he could hide. Our security technicians, length, oh my god. Apartment C1 in the east portion of the residential module. Got the passkey now. I hope he will not be too angry that I blew his cover completely. Cool. Thank you for the follow, Do the Voodoo. I will be doing a full playthrough of this, so if you are keen to keep watching it, probably same time, same place would be my guess. Where is his mouth? Yeah, I don't know either. Let's have a closer look at that. Let's talk to this one. I'm taking a close look. Oh, that's not helpful. What were you doing? Project's completed. Alright. Well, I can sort of see movement in the middle section of his neckness. See how it's sort of moving like that? But I don't see anything actually opening apart from his eyes. So all that I can assume is that his eyes are his mouth. That seems reasonable to me. Do the Voodoo says where the sun doesn't shine. Let's see if we can... No, sorry, he's got clothes on, so I can't... But I mean, where is even that? He's an alien. We don't know where the sun doesn't shine on an alien. Maybe it's the bottom of his feet. Did anybody else when they were like kids, or depending on how old you are now, I suppose, read the book series Animorphs? Where the aliens in that, what were they called? Nope, I've forgotten. The Andalites, that's it. The Andalites, they ate through their feet. They had no mouths and they ate through their feet. And it never really went into a lot of detail about where the sun doesn't shine. But they were telepathic. Feel her suffering. I did not feel it until she stood before us, but then it filled my senses. Have you ever felt such an intensity before? Only once before, the day I came to Telos and strode upon its ashen surface. It is a planet's worth of pain. I do not know how she endures. It is because she has no choice. Perhaps in helping to heal a planet, it will help her become whole again. I get the feeling, going back to alien mouths and their locations, I get the feeling that there's like something really famous where it has an alien that does talk out of its butt. And I don't know what it is, and it's worrying me. I'm like, this should be something that I remember so I can avoid forever in future. But I just don't remember it. It's apartment complex A. But you know what? I'm here. I'm looking for apartments to open. I might as well do the standard RPG thing of just walking into everyone's house and taking their shit. Hello, person. Hello there. Oh yes, I just walked into your house for no reason, and you're just happily greeting me. Alright. Who are you? Homeowner? My name is Hara, and I am an employee of Zerka Corporation. What do you do here? A data processor. Thankless job, pay is poor. No choice but to take it. Needs money. Sorry to hear it, mate. That'll gamble, but that is what got me into this predicament in the first place. Let me guess, you have a gambling debt you must pay off. You are half right in your guess. I did at one point have a gambling debt, but it was repaid, and there is no credit that looms over me. Then what's the problem? Oh, I hate this part. I used Romana, the girl of my heart, as collateral. I sold a woman into slavery. Because I like to play cards. You asshole. Phew. But you did, didn't you? Indeed I did. And now Romana is indentured as a dancer to Doton Het, and no doubt she hates me. Yeah, I would hate you too. In fact, I hate you right now, and I haven't even been sold into slavery by yourself. There you go, I'm saying the exact same thing. Of course, you did make her a slave. That is why I'm working day and night, selling my own life to Zerka, that I might buy her back from Doton. Yeah, I don't know if she'd necessarily appreciate the fact that you would be buying her back. It would take months to amass the credits. Doton could take her away. Yeah, so what's the price for her? 2,000 credits. I don't even have that. Every penny I had, I bet on that game. Dickhead. I'll see what I can do. Not for you, mind. For her. What? Dickhead! Oh, an empty house. Should I take their things? What do you think? Is anyone near their keyboard in the chat? Should I take their things? Should I open this and steal their goods? I'll run in circles for a minute to give you time for the delay to catch up. Should I take their goods? If you don't answer, I'm going to take Infinity's last smiley face as a yes. I should stop doing that. You'll get motion sick. I'll go check the other room, and if there's no answer by then, I will take their things. It's in this room. Oh no, more things! Alright, well, there was no answer, so I will take the first set of things, and then the second set of things. Plasma grenades, sweet.
Hey, what are you doing in my apartment?
Oh, I'm stealing everything you own. Just looking around.
Looked like you were doing more than just looking.
Sorry, I just figured...
Figured what?
Well,
you just break into my apartment and take everything I own.
Unlocked.
Are you crazy?
Well, when you put it that way...
Yeah, I thought so. Get out of here before I get the TSF.
I'll be going now. Oh, but he didn't require his things back. Did not require his things back. And Infinity says I should steal all the things, so I'm going to go ahead and steal this person's belongings as well. What have they got? Oh, their stuff isn't as good. Are they also going to come and defend their possessions? Nope. And you'll notice I did not in fact lose any light side points for that. I really feel like I should have lost light side points for that, but the game really doesn't care if you're a thief. Whoa. Again, mate, your door is unlocked. I told your boss already, I'm getting your credits. I have a good contract with Zer- You're not from the exchange. What do you want? What does the exchange want with you? Nothing at all. Do you need droid repaired? Because if not, I have much work to do. I don't know why I would be asking this man this, but alright, do you sell droid parts? Yes, I do. And just get a merchant. A little bit awkward, but that's alright. Oh, I suppose it is a little bit obvious that he sells droid parts when you actually look around the room, hey? No, I'm good. And there's a workbench there if I wanted to upgrade anything, but I'm too lazy and not wanting to waste anybody's time enough right now. You'll notice I'm only going to rooms that are unlocked at the moment. And that one is locked, even though it doesn't have a lock symbol. Anyway, I think that one might be plot important later. So that's my room, right? Yeah. C2 is once again unlocked. Oh, there's nothing to steal here. That's a shame. And now this is Batono's apartment, right?
What the? You're not CSD. What are you doing here?
What's CSD?
Circa Security Division. They've been known to break into apartments from time to time. Think they're above the law. You know how Zerka is. But I'm still curious.
Yeah,
Why you're barging
above
in
the
here?
law.
Does a locked
Who would
door
think
mean
that?
nothing to you?
Who would just go around breaking into people's apartments, you know? Like, what an asshole you'd have to be to do that. I'm just looking around.
Just looking around in another man's apartment? You're either very crazy or very dumb.
I actually have a real reason to be here, so I don't know why it didn't give me that option there. There's got some fun dark side options here, but I'll just say I'll leave you alone.
Just get out of here.
Even though I do in fact have to speak to him again.
You again? What do you want now?
You're Batono, right?
What? No, you must be mistaken. You're probably looking for a previous tenant or a neighbor.
Lieutenant Gren sent me to look for you.
Dole sent you? Can't say I'm surprised. He was the one who wanted me to come forward in the first place.
It's the right thing to do.
Easier to say that, but you're not the one Zerka will send its assassins after.
Trust me, I know a few things about having assassins sent after me. If it's your safety you're worried about, you shouldn't. After Zerka's exposed, they won't dare to move against you. This seems like a very naive thing to say for a woman who was a general in a army, but alright.
Sure, but everything takes time. Testifying before the council's deliberation, time that Zerka could use to rub me out.
The TSF can keep you safe better than you can.
You might be right. I don't think Zerka has gone so far that it's willing to openly clash with the TSF. But Zerka has eyes everywhere. I'm not even sure I can leave this apartment safely.
I can protect you.
You? Look, I'm sure you can handle yourself, but I think this might be a little out of your league.
I was a Jedi. I will see you safely to the TSF office.
A Jedi? Jedi or no, Gren wouldn't have sent you if he didn't think you could get the job done. All right, fine, but we need to get moving.
Come with me.
Lead the way, I'll watch your back.
Time for kill. Finally, some combat.
Batono,
Bloody
if I'm
hell.
not mistaken. You've been a hard man to track down.
Who are you?
It doesn't matter who I am. It's you we've all been looking for. Executive Lorso sent me to take care of some unfinished business.
Lorso isn't taking Batono anywhere.
That's fine. We weren't planning on taking him anywhere anyways.
Fair enough. This isn't going to work because I haven't leveled up, so there's no way that I would necessarily have gained enough force powers. Sorry, I have to shout. The sound effects are really loud in my ears. I don't know if it's making it harder for you to hear me, but it's making it harder for me to hear me.
Close one. We need to keep moving. Let's leave this mess for the TSF guards to sort out.
You're right, let's go. Okay, it will just take me straight there.
I have to hand it to you. I'm damned impressed. Not only did you find Batono, you convinced him to testify against Zerka to the council. And believe me, that's no small feat, considering I think Batono is as stubborn as ever.
You don't sound happy to see me, Gren.
Yeah, I know. I'm just talking to people with my sword out. No one cares. Or like Atten's holding a giant blaster rifle. Giant blaster rifle. It is as long as his leg. And no one cares. And yeah, when it's straight after combat, you're still in the combat pose. So you're literally holding your sword up at people. And in some memorable occasions, literally having your sword going through people's bodies. And they're just like, hi, how are you? It's nice to see you unexpectedly in my house. Thank you for being here. I hate to interrupt this reunion, but if there's nothing else, I should be going.
Of course, I'm sure you have other things to be doing. The bounty is yours for finding Batono, and a bonus for bringing him back as well.
Sweet!
I don't have anything for you, but thanks for saving my life. I'll try and return the favor someday.
Hey, leveled up. Let's go. Persuade's already as high as it can be. I'm gonna have to up repair because I need that to help me upgrade T3M4. But let's focus on computer use for the time being. Now, I probably should start working on a melee special type of attack. Or I could get an extra deflection rolls or some extra HP. I like Flurry. Get more attacks with Flurry. What's this one again? Conditioning? Saving throws. Yeah, okay. I might go ahead and do that one. Maybe? Yeah, let's do that. Do I have, no, Dominate Mind is a power, not a feat, so let's go. Let's go do that. Okay. Speaking of powers, I actually have Dominate Mind, okay. So, powers. Now this is the one that gives me an extra attack per round, so we'll be getting that. Cool. And since we're back over here, how much money do I have now? 2,000, so I can buy Romana. I can buy her freedom. I'm not, like, gonna be paying off this guy just to, have her go back to some dickhead that would sell her into slavery. Unless she wants to, because, you know, you can't change people unless they want to change.
Who are you?
I'm helping the Ithorians, yes. Sadly for you, it has nothing to do with money. Yeah, I do think the Ithorians could do better with the planet than Zerka. You're a fool then. Alright. You can call me names, I don't mind. Tell you're too thick-headed to see through the lies you told yourself. If you have any doubt, talk to John and Lorso, the Zerka officers in Residential 081. Yeah, I've already done that. Don't care. Bye-bye. What are you doing? Just walking in circles. Cool. It's cool. Greetings. Chodo Habat sent me to help deliver the replacement restoration droid. Yes, he sent word ahead of you. Please enter. They're waiting for you inside. Here's one of the most annoying things in the game, which is where you have to close these doors manually. Why is that a feature? I'm so glad that we live in the year 2019 where people have more or less worked out what is and what isn't good and what is and what isn't busy work in games these days. For AAA games. Here.
I'm the only man the TSF could spare, and frankly, I got a bad feeling about this.
Classic Star Wars quote.
Excuse me, Master, but it seems we have some additional visitors.
I'm afraid I can't let you do that, Dave. Oh god. Let's kill Sword Boy first. No, you know what? Let's use my force powers first. And, I went to all the trouble of doing Flurry, or of purchasing Flurry with my big points. So let's go ahead and use that. Oh, yes! Now we're cooking with charcoal. Awesome. That was most terrible. I wonder who could have ordered such a thing.
Was carrying this.
An assassin's tool. Why was he talking to Atten? It looks as though this blaster has been heavily modified. Interesting. I believe you're correct, though I'm by no means an expert. No, by no means. I can speak, even though I have no mouth. Or perhaps the mouth is where you cannot see it. I'll get the droid back to the Ithorians right away. I love that you can just flat out say that you'll be returning it to Zerka if you choose to do that. So, do we actually walk the droid there this time? It's always a little bit unclear. Oh yeah, energy shield, that's good stuff. Is there anything to steal in this environment? I see some footlockers. Woohoo! Empty! Oh. Oh. I was denied theft. This is a sad day. You coming, boy?
I will trust your judgment, Master. Lead the way.
Yes, follow me to the Ithorian compound, Hal. I'm gonna call him Hal. That seems like a good name. A good, respectable robot name.
I am yours to command, Master.
Kinky. I regret saying that, by the way.
Farewell, and farewell to you as well.
Bye, Hal. Ah, thank you. Now what? Going for the exchange, Zerka has hired the criminal syndicate to work against us. Long have I suspected that Zerka and the exchange work together, the former supplying manufactured arms to be sold via the latter's black market channels. Now, with the TSF keeping a closer eye on Zerka activities, the corporation has turned to the exchange to be its fist on the Citadel station. Yeah, I love that you can just say, that's enough for me, I'll be going now, but you have to keep doing the quests anyway. What is there to be done? I've tried to meet with the leader of the exchange here, a Quarren named Lopak Slusk. He has refused my every invitation and allows no one inside the exchange suites. I fear it is not taken seriously. The Jedi, though, are renowned as warriors and diplomats both. Perhaps you might speak with Lopak, show him the value of a restored Telos. You know, I don't think a gangster is going to be super into that, but I might be able to intimidate him or use my force powers to control his mind. So, oh wait, no, I told you I'm not a Jedi. I'll go speak with him anyway. Gel shape perception gloves. Dexterity and wisdom, that will be better for Kreia than me. Alrighty. I wanted to ask about that blaster. I found this blaster on one of the assailants in the docking bay. He doesn't know anything. Yeah, I probably should have taken it to the police in the first instance. Yep, that's, yep. Hi, Hal. How you doing? Oh. He's moved past me. He's too busy to speak with me now. That's sad. That's like exactly what happens when you grow up. You know, you become an adult, you get full-time work, you have no time to spend with your friends anymore. Wow, this got dark. I didn't mean to do that. This is the Exchange Corporation, right? Why? Hey, get away from there! You have no business with the Exchange. Get out of here! Open that door or you're dead. Fun fact, if you select this open that door or you're dead option, you can kill him, obviously. Then you can leave this area, come back, there'll be another one, and you can just keep killing them endlessly. I don't think it's endlessly, but I seem to recall you can kill more than once. Maybe they fixed that. I'm here representing Chodo Habat. The Ithorian? We have no business with him. I don't know why I've made him Mickey Mouse, but that's happening now. Then how do I set up an appointment? Through his second Luxa. She's usually in the cantina in Entertainment 081. He sounds a bit like a fly, right? So maybe that's my fly voice? I should probably stop doing it. It's probably annoying the shit out of you. I'll be going now. Now, I seem to recall that there was one door. One door.
I do not approve of this alliance we have formed with Chodo Habat and his Ithorians.
I don't need your approval, Kreia, no. Why is that?
Habat has an agenda, and he hopes to tie you into it to use you to his own ends.
I don't sense he intends to do us harm.
Be that as it may, it would be best if you avoided such needless entanglements. You are too valuable to be caught up in the struggles of this planet.
The things that Kreia says are so fucked up. She's like, you're so valuable you shouldn't make connections with anybody. Okay. Perhaps you were right, Kreia, but we need his help, at least for the time being.
True, he may be able to help us locate the Ebon Hawk, but still, you must be vigilant.
So no influence gained or lost there, which is good. My understanding with this game, it's not this one, my understanding with this game is that you get sort of equal benefits for dialogue options, whether you gain or lose influence to a certain extent. So if you have total influence with someone, it's impossible, okay. It's sort of the same as having zero influence. Total and zero are the same, but it will affect the way that their alignment goes. It's interesting, there's a character later in the game that I won't spoil, one of my favorite characters, where if you get sufficiently high influence with him, even though he is naturally actually closer towards the dark side, you can actually start drawing him towards the light. I probably won't try and do that this game, but yeah. What was I doing again? What was I, Luxa. Alright, Cantina. So I was going to the right place, I just totally forgot why I was going here. Cool. So, this is the racing. I'm not gonna sit through all that Twi'lek talk. Now, I don't remember if you win credits for doing this here. So, I guess I'll just show you what it looks like. And hope that I remember how to do it. That's a little steep. There'll be more than enough wagering to cover that. Hey, high persuasion. Don't worry, I will. Everything's set to go. Good luck. Whoa, that is really loud in my ears. Alright. Alright, I think I remember how to do this. Avoid mines, hit boosts. And jump barriers. Again. Whoa. Oh my god. It's not the best controlling thing in the whole world. Oh my god. There you go. I'll be going now. I don't think it gives you a useless quest or anything, right? No, I'm thinking of the first game. In the first game, all of the pod racing sections get their own quests, so if you choose not to complete them, you just have these unfinished quests, which are really annoying. Infinity, I actually thought that the companion mechanic in Dragon Age Origins was better than the one in this. I thought it was better fleshed out. This one suffered very strongly from the fact that the game was unfinished.
Hey there! Care for a game of Pizzac?
I wanted to ask you some questions.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm only here to relax and play. So, you game for a game?
Sure.
Sure thing. Just for fun, or shall we lay some credit down?
Let's play for fun.
Let's have a seat and get to it then.
Alright, so I'm just going to do this again to show you the Pizzac. Pizzac is 21, essentially. Yes, okay, good. 10, that's kind of an awful way to start. So I'm going to end my turn. That's not too bad. You draw 9 cards. Oh, actually, that's, yeah, alright. Let's go +5. So you go to 20, but it's the same thing as 21. Oh my god. Alright, so let's go +3. And again, I win. And, yep. Oh. Well, that worked out very well for me. I should have bet some credits. Cool. And I'm not going to go ahead and buy anything from her yet, because we might need all of that money.
So you must be the Jedi
to buy
everyone's been
Romana's
whispering
freedom.
about. No more trouble with the TSF, I hope?
I'm no Jedi.
I guess you haven't heard the popular rumors then? Jedi or not, you're the talk of the station. Everyone from the TSF to Zerka Corporation is curious about you.
Who are you?
You haven't been on Citadel Station long, have you? Let me introduce myself. I'm Benok, the man in charge of Lopak Slusk's protection. You do know who Lopak Slusk is, don't you? The two gentlemen with me are Matu and Nahata, Slusk's finest men. Other than me, of course.
Oh, leave the woman alone, Benok. I bet she'd come out on top if you fought.
Now, Luxa, I meant no disrespect.
Oh, Luxa, that's who we're looking for.
Probably Slusk's strongest woman.
It's your skin, Benok. Just warning you, Slusk could easily replace you.
I don't want any trouble.
And I doubt you could cause any. Trading jabs with Luxa is hardly the entertainment I was looking for.
Oh, man.
Let's go.
I could cause so much trouble. I literally have been causing nothing but trouble ever since I got onto this planet. Whoa, you would have been a bit of a weird neck thing there, my dude. It's your neck, alright? It's a little bit overextended. Yeah, I don't like it. It doesn't look very comfortable to me. Is this Romana? It's Romana. I don't know who this guy is, but he must be important later because he has a name. Hi. The best of my dances, the best I've seen in many years. You're a slaver, and I wish you die, but I'm a Jedi. Well, I'm not, but I still don't kill people. Unless they attack me first, or I really need to, for plot reasons. I've come on behalf of Hera. Must be about Romana then. Fine, give me your proposal. Give me the girl, or I kill you. No. Is there something you want in exchange? I'm a man of many possessions. Inanimate objects, they bring me little joy. But to see the beauty of dance is a rare treat. Credits, if it must be. The currency of the Republic is such a mundane way for businessmen to arrange their deals. But if that is the only way, I would accept no less than 2,000 credits for her. Do I wager him down? Do I try and win Pazak? I did pretty good at the Pazak before. How about you wager her on a game of Pazak? Man, I lost by Hara in a Pazak game to be wagered by Doton in another? I like the way you think. Fine, I shall place Romana as a wager in a Pazak game against a wager of 1,000 credits of your own, I think. Oh, that is a lot of money for this part of the game. I'm just going to say I can't afford it right now. I hope I get that option again. There we go. Yep. So I might just see if I can find some better cards before I challenge him on that. Hello, robot.
Welcome to the Entertainment Module 081 Cantina. How can I assist you?
What sort of entertainment do you have here?
We feature Citadel Station's most talented all-Bith band around the clock, as well as live Twi'lek dancers. You won't find any holograms here. Casual Pazak players should be able to find a friendly match in the game room. Or, if you're a bit more seasoned, we have daily tournaments with some of the best players in the Outer Rim. Cards too slow for you? Try your hand at Citadel Station's swoop track.
Oh, swoop, that's right, that's what they call it. And it's not pod racing, swoop racing.
We feature only the finest cuisine and beverages from Ryloth to Coruscant.
Every time I see Ryloth in a Star Wars context, I can't help but think of Rylea, is it the city under the sea in the Cthulhu mythos? Now, it is 11:15, and I have a clear what to do next standing right in front of me, wearing very little clothing. So I think I'm probably going to stop here. I'm going to go somewhere quieter to do my closing chat, though. It's better. Cool. So, thank you for joining me tonight. I had fun. We did about, one half of the on-station part of Telos, I think. So we still have about the same amount of time again to do on the station of Telos, and then we get to go to the planet's surface after that. So I'm looking forward to that because it's a lot less talking and a lot more actual gameplay. I know that I've said before that I'm story motivated rather than gameplay motivated, but this game is a bit old, so it does do its storytelling in a bit of an old and clunky way compared to how narrative is often parceled out to us in games these days. So thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Let's save. Let's do that so we all know that everything is fine. Oh, look, you can do cloud saves. I don't want to do that because it causes issues sometimes. Just go save. 17. If you're wondering why I'm using so many saves, it's because I am super duper paranoid using the mod, because when I was trying to make this work on the stream, which was no small feat, I read all of the horror stories about things that went wrong with the mod, so I'm keeping lots of saves. But yeah, let's go ahead and exit. You don't want to quit? Yes, I do. Get to look at fun Mr. Nihilus here. Thanks for joining, guys. I hope you have a good night, day, or whatever time of the 24-hour cycle it happens to be where you are. Yeah, I don't have very much to say. I'll probably be streaming on the weekend sometime, but it won't be this. It will probably be Subnautica. I'm really getting into that now. I have a base, an underwater base. I'm very excited. And I can't remember what oh no, I remember what I'm doing in Subnautica next. I'm making a farm. And that's going to be good fun. And hopefully I won't get destroyed by any krakens or octopus lads. So, yeah, hope to see you again for another stream. I will stream this one again next week. If you are specifically looking for that one, do the voodoo. I know you're keen to see someone play Knights of the Old Republic. So, if you're around next week, I might be as well. Thanks, guys. I'm going to head off and maybe get a snack before I go to bed. Maybe do a bit more cleaning of my house for the inspection. Very exciting life that I lead. Have a great night, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.